Hi again. As I said, I'd like to walk you through the syllabus a little bit and some of the technical tricks and steps you'll need to take to get through the semester, including walking through some of the what you'll need to understand about the graded assignments. And so let's go ahead and get right to it. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. So as you'll notice here, on the syllabus, right at the very top, you'll find my contact information, as well as the name and the contact information for our teaching assistant this semester. That's Mr. Charles Williams. Please call him Charles. He is an undergrad student like yourselves, and so he's a true peer for you. When you're emailing me, just as an opportunity to get into or keep the habit, dear Professor Herman or dear Dr. Herman would be appropriate. I don't particularly mind being addressed as Bill, especially verbally when we're meeting virtually, either in class or in a one-on-one setting. But that's only kosher because I've asked you to do so or invited you to do so. Please, I want to take this opportunity to point out that when you're meeting someone new, using whatever titles or honorifics are appropriate is really appropriate, and especially with the other your other faculty members, start by addressing them as professor, or if you know that they have a PhD, as doctor, and that will get you off on the right foot in terms of showing respect for them, as well as obviously as you go out into the corporate world as well. Try to give people the respect that they might feel like they deserve, and you'll get a lot further. But please, verbally, please call me Bill. The office hours that I'm holding are listed here. You can find me in Microsoft Teams pretty easily, even well outside of these hours. I'm teaching synchronous classes Monday and Wednesday from 11 to 12:15 and from 2 to 3:15. So it's going to be outside of that, Monday through Friday during the day, I'm going to be pretty available on Microsoft Teams. I keep more of like a 9 to 6 than an 8 to 5, but you try to catch me on Teams anytime. And if I'm not available, I'll leave a message and send a chat. Let me know what's up, and I'll get back to you. And I really like Teams. It's got you'll find me there under B Herman 6, which is just the first part of my email address. In addition to being able to chat, we can do a video chat, a phone chat, a video call, a phone call for one-on-ones that are part of an ongoing conversation. We can exchange files and do all sorts of sophisticated stuff there. So please try and catch me there for any way in which I can help you, including this class, but also I'm not sure what to take. I'm not sure what career goals to pursue. Please be in touch. We'd be happy to work with you. I do have an office phone number, and that is still set up even remotely. I have Skype on my computer, and I think I have it on most of the time, but even if I forget to turn it on somehow, I'll have a voicemail and I'll get an email about that. So leave a voicemail if you don't catch me. And if you're emailing me, please, except for grading stuff, I'm doing all your grading because Charles is also an undergraduate. I'm going to save him from any grading duties, but I will ask you for any other course-related content, questions, discussions. Please email me and Charles both, and then whichever of us both can most rapidly get back to you, we'll get back to you, and then you'll get help a little bit faster that way. And one more thing, please do email from your official MSU Denver email address. If you do that, then we can have frank discussions. How did I do on this exam? Or why did I get this question wrong? Or that sort of thing. We can have those discussions with you via your MSU Denver email address. If you email us from your personal email, we cannot do so for privacy reasons. And also we might not necessarily know who you are. And so from your, when you send us an email from your MSU Denver email, please, when you send us an email, please do use your MSU Denver official email. And then also make sure you identify which section it is that you're in as well. And that'll help us help you a little bit more quickly. But the section that you're in, by the way, the 11 a.m. class is section 1, the 2 p.m. class is section 2, and the asynchronous class is section 7. So you'll get the bulk of what the class is about here, including, the course description and learning outcomes. This is as lined up with as everyone should be teaching Business 3040 here at MSU Denver. The required materials section is one I really want to focus on here, though. The MindTap platform is going to be necessary for you to succeed in this class. 30% of your course grade is going to come via quizzes that live on the MindTap platform, and another 6% of your grade is going to come via recording and uploading a public presentation to a platform that lives in the MindTap platform. That's called Bongo. I'll get to that. It's not important right now. And that means you're going to have to subscribe to Cengage. Now, you can subscribe just to this class, purchase just this class, but it's much, much, much more cost effective to do Cengage Unlimited. If you're going to be at MSU Denver for any much longer, instead of the 1-term price, the 1-year price or the 2-year price are going to be much better deals for you. So if you have the means, I encourage you to go that direction. Our core courses, in particular in the College of Business, but a lot of other classes in the College of Business as well, use this Cengage platform as our textbooks of choice. So you can really save a lot of money by making this choice rather than doing it one class at a time. Now, to get there, to get to that, I'm going to navigate out of the syllabus here and show you how to get to Cengage Unlimited, because this is very important, and this is one of the very first things that you should do. If you scroll back up to the navigation pane and then go to modules, this is really where the heart of the course lives. This is where you're going to find your assignments, your quizzes, your exams. Really, your to-dos for the class are going to live here. And some of them will link from here to Cengage, to the MindTap platform. But you're still going to start in the modules. This is really where you're going to complete your coursework. So in the modules at the very top here, you'll see enter MindTap here. Under Cengage MindTap info, you'll see enter MindTap here. Now, if you have questions about the registration process, or if you need technical support help, then these links are also right here for your use. But if you either already have a Cengage account with your MSU Denver email address, or if you don't yet have a Cengage account, you can just go ahead and click here and go ahead and click through, follow all the steps, and then get signed up and logged in and get that connected with your Cengage account and your Canvas account. Now, it's very important that you have your Cengage account set up with your MSU Denver email address. If you have signed up for it with your personal email address, or if you have it with another university or college's email address, then you're going to run into some troubles here. So try to change that email address from that platform. And if you can't do so, please contact Cengage Tech Support, and don't proceed until you either already have a Cengage account with your MSU Denver email address, or go ahead and proceed if you don't have one. But if you have it and it's got a different email address, you're going to want to fix that before you click through here. Now, if you already have an account, or if you have never signed up for Cengage, if you already have one with your MSU email, or you don't have one at all, then you can go ahead and click here and enter MindTap here. This will pull that up, and you click to pull up a new tab that brings you into the Cengage platform. Now, it's going to already push me right into the class. It's already going to push me right into the class because I've already signed up. They already have my account, and so you have. And so the first time you do that, you're going to have to click through and say, I want to sign up for this class. I want to connect this class to my Cengage account. So just follow those steps, click through. I've had very, very, very few students finding this confusing or problematic. It's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go back to the course page and then back to the syllabus page, because there's just a few things I want to highlight on the course in terms of graded items on the syllabus. So if you scroll down, required materials, lots of stuff. If you're in the synchronous class, please, and you weren't able to join us today for the Zoom links, please click on these here. This is the information for you to be able to join us via Zoom. Important information about accessibility, participation, etc. Now here's the part of the syllabus that gets most students' attention, and I think that's justifiable, right? And this is, what are we going to be graded on? And the first thing that you're going to be graded on is, I want you to read this, come back and read the syllabus in detail, and then go take the syllabus quiz. There are 10 questions, each worth 1 point, and there are no limit on how many times you can take the syllabus quiz. So I urge you to take it until you get a perfect score, because that'll mean you've figured out everything I really want to emphasize about you learning on the syllabus. And you're going to find that, once again, back in the modules section on the course. You're going to get 240 out of your 1,000 points for the semester, or 24% of your semester grade is going to come from discussion questions. Now, if you're in a synchronous class, the easiest way to do that is going to be to come to class. Most weeks, we're going to have a lecture on one day, and then on the next day, we're going to have an in-class discussion. And your participation in that class discussion is the way that you're going to give the same kind of answer that the asynchronous fully online students are going to give on the discussion board. And so if you're in a synchronous class, participating in that class discussion is going to be the easiest way to earn these 20 points every week. But if you're in an asynchronous class, that in the asynchronous section, then there's no way for you to participate in the real-time discussion. Or if you're in a synchronous class and you miss a week or 3 weeks and you still want those points, then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the modules, and then you're going to click on the discussion question for that week, and then just give your answer to that discussion question. Make sure that discussion question answer is about 6 or 8 sentences, kind of a well-defined, well-thought-out paragraph. Give us some meaningful thoughts there. And then once you've done that, if there are some answers, or if you want to wait a little bit for some more answers to come in and come back, you're also responsible for coming back and giving a response of 2 or 3 sentences to at least one other person's post there. So a post of about a paragraph, a couple of sentences as a response on the discussion board. And if you're earning the points via the discussion board, that's how you're going to earn those 20 points every week. And I'm going to grade pretty forgivingly for the first couple of weeks until you kind of get the hang of it. But make sure that you're putting some honest thought into what these discussion questions and your answers look like. Like I said, the chapter quizzes you're going to get at these are very straightforward quizzes. Just click through from the modules to the quiz for each chapter. Very simple quizzes. It's just a matter of retaining the knowledge from the chapter. So you really shouldn't struggle with these quizzes. And you get 2 attempts per quiz. And so take it. And if you did anything less than perfectly, just figure out what you missed in the chapter. Go back and review that, and go right back right away and take it a second time. And you really should be getting perfect or near perfect on all of these quizzes here as you go throughout the semester. The 3 written case studies are going to be worth 80 points each for a total of 240 points. Those case studies are where you're going to take. So in the book, oh, I forgot to mention, you can actually rent a physical copy of the textbook from Cengage for $7.99. They will send it to you and send you return postage to send it back to them for $7.99 if you have the Cengage Unlimited subscription. So I really prefer having a print copy around if it's economically feasible. It's feasible for you probably. So I recommend that you get a print copy as well, unless you just will never touch it. And so in the back of the textbook, the back half, these green pages are the different cases, and there are 20 different cases in here. You have a choice of 19 different cases, and that's because we're going to use an essay that Charles Williams wrote last semester, which is case study number 3, Wells Fargo. We're going to use that as the example to discuss how best to do a case study for an essay. So that means you're not going to be able to use that one, because the answer a really good answer will be given to you. But the other 19 cases are also all really very good. And so you'll have a chance to pick 3 of those 19 to write a case study that's about 4 pages of written text, plus references, plus a title page. So like 6 or 7 pages total, but 4 pages of the main writing. So about 1,200 words. And those are worth 80 points each. Now, there's already a really detailed description of what to do with that in the modules under the assignments that tell you what to do, but we'll go over that in more detail later in the semester. You're also going to take one of the first 2 case studies that you write and then turn that into an oral presentation. And then you're going to go over to the MindTap platform and upload that there as well. And don't worry, I'll go over a lot of detail on how to do that. So we will have you fully ready to do each of these things well before they are due. The midterm exam is going to be a week before the start of spring break, and that's worth 100 points, and the final exam is worth 50 points. Those numbers I'm shooting for a number that is going to reduce exam anxiety. I don't want you to really have to stress or cram for these exams. If you stay engaged in the semester, if you participate in the class, if you're doing the reading, if you're doing the discussion questions, if you're listening to the lectures or tuning in for the lectures, if you're in a live class, you're going to do fine. These exams are going to be pretty straightforward. They will be applied knowledge. I can't just ask you rote memorization stuff because you're going to have a week online to yourself to do this. And so I have to basically make sure that you can apply the concept in a new context. But as long as you have a mastery of the concept when you get there, it's not going to be a big deal. And we'll take a little bit of time to cover what's going to be on those exams, but whether that comes in the form of a full study guide or just a quick recap of, hey, I didn't really emphasize this enough in class, but it's in the book. And so look here and here in one of my lectures, I'll make sure that you have a pretty good idea of what's going to be on these exams. I'm not trying to trick you at all. And really, especially the final exam, that just 50 points, that's just enough to keep you engaged with all of the material in the second half of the semester. But I want you to have one less exam really to have to study very much for at the end of the semester. So that's how you're gonna get your 1,000 points, and at 930 or higher, that'll get you an A. And I want to give out a lot of A's this semester, so let's get going and get started on that. So what are you going to do now? What are the next actions you should take? Well, the first thing you should do is, and you're going to notice all of these next actions all live in the modules. Read the overview, read some of the information about the course information, certainly read the syllabus. But then I really want you to get your MindTap access as soon as possible. And for most of you, that's just going to involve clicking here, and it only doesn't involve just clicking right here if you already have an account, but it's got the wrong email address. Otherwise, just go ahead and click here and set that up as soon as possible. The next thing after that is going to be to read the syllabus in detail, and then under the first module, take the syllabus quiz. Again, take it until you get it perfect, because I want everyone to get full 10 points on the syllabus quiz. And then once you have your Cengage access, then you can start reading the book, read chapter 1, come back and take the chapter 1 quiz, and then come back and do the chapter 1 discussion question. And these deadlines are both into February, and that's just to make sure to give you enough time in case I know some students have to wait for financial aid refunds and so on before you can afford to buy your textbooks. And so I wanted to give you a lot of leeway, a lot of runway before those deadlines hit. So I hope that's plenty for you. But if you can get Cengage access today, do it today, and then start reading the chapter and get that chapter 1 quiz and that chapter 1 discussion out of the way. And that's your next items to do. So with all that, again, welcome to the class. I look forward to having you all this semester. And if you have any questions, please, again, try and catch me on Microsoft Teams or email Charles Williams and me using the information provided, and we'll be happy to get you whatever help we can. Thanks so much. Have a good evening.